Okie doke, we are going to go into our language arts notebook and go to slide 25. Now I noticed a little bit late that there are some mistakes in your notebook, so bear with me and I will let you know where they are. Going on to page 25, we are talking about the root word log or logue, which means word. So, clicking the link in the side, I have already pulled it up. Let's watch along.
Greetings. Welcome to Latin and Greek root words. Today's root word is log, meaning word, study, or reason. Log, meaning word, study, thought, or reason, plus ik, meaning of or pertaining to, make logic, meaning structured reasoning or thought. Babies are not known for using logic to solve problems like guessing what is in each box. Dia, meaning through or across, plus log, meaning word, study, thought, or reason, make dialogue, meaning speech between two people. The dialogue between the nurse and the doctor was about the patient's health. Epi, meaning on, over, near, before, or after, plus log, meaning word, study, thought, or reason, make epilogue, meaning speech at the end of a book. The epilogue of the play reinforced the theme of hope in the face of adversity. Pro, meaning for, before, or toward, plus log, meaning word, study, thought, or reason, make prologue, meaning speech at the beginning of a book. The prologue of the ebook was boring, but it did tell him some facts he needed to know before the story started. Log, meaning word, study, thought, or reason, can make logo, meaning words or symbols used to represent a company. The logo for many companies can easily be recognized even in different countries. You, meaning good or well, plus logi, meaning word, study, thought, or a reason, make eulogy, meaning speech or writing, often part of a funeral. The mummy wanted to hear the eulogy, where they talked about how great a person he was in life. Fun fact, analogous colors are groups of 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel.
Now looking at our language arts notebook, we have an apology, dialogue, epilogue, eulogy, and monologue. So, we already know, watching that video, that a speech or piece of writing that praises someone, typically who has just died, is called a eulogy. I was asked to give a eulogy at my grandfather's funeral. A regretful acknowledgement of an offense or failure would be an apology. My mom made me give an apology to the kid I pushed at school. A long speech by one actor in a play or movie is going to be a monologue. When I was Juliet, my death scene made me give a long monologue. Final or concluding act or event is an epilogue. I always wait after the credits in Marvel movies to see if there is an epilogue. Last but not least, a conversation between 2 or more people called a dialogue. The dialogue between Mercy Suarez and Chris Daniels was long and confusing. Now we're going to move on to mal. Now we've already seen this video when we did Benny and Bon, but let's watch it again for mal.
Today's root words are bene, meaning good, and mal, meaning bad. Bene, meaning good, plus vol, meaning wish, plus int, meaning to cause or a condition, make benevolent, meaning to wish good things to happen. Santa Claus is a benevolent man because he wants to bring happiness to every child. Mal, meaning bad, plus vol, meaning wish, plus int, meaning to cause or a condition, make malevolent, meaning to wish bad things to happen. Witches are often portrayed as malevolent in fairy tales. Bene, meaning good, and dict, meaning say, plus shun, meaning the act or process, make benediction, an act of saying something good. The principal gave the new teacher a brief benediction before sending him into the behavior classroom. Mal, meaning bad, plus dict, meaning say, plus shun, meaning act or process, make malediction, which is an act of saying something bad, usually a magical curse. A malevolent witch cast a malediction against the benevolent hero in the story. Bene, meaning good, plus fac, meaning to make or do, plus or, meaning a person who does, make a benefactor, a person who does good by helping. A rich benefactor paid for a party to celebrate the beginning of a new school year. Mal, meaning bad, plus fac, meaning to make or do, plus or, meaning a person who does, make malefactor, a person who does something bad. The police were looking for a malefactor who had malevolent intentions. Fun fact, malware is software that is intended to damage or disable computers and computer systems.
So, some of these words we just learned. This is one where you will have to make one change, and I will let you know at the end. So, a very dangerous or harmful influence or effect is, whoopsie-daisy. See if I can get it now. Now I can. It is malignant. You often heard this talked about medically. Like you can have a malignant tumor or a malignant mole. A benign one, which we learned in the Benny and Bon, means it's not harmful and they don't have to get rid of it. But in a malignant one, you do. The intention or desire to do evil. This is one of the ones you'll have to change. That is called malice. The evil doctor refused to get rid of the malignant disease. Suffering from poor nutrition means they are malnourished. We're starting a fundraiser to pay for food for malnourished children. Fail to function normally or satisfactorily. That is a malfunction. My computer malfunctioned and kicked me out of the Google Meet. Last but not least, we have pitifully or disgracefully bad. It was dismal. My birthday party was dismal. No one came and I got rained out. We now have meter, which means measure.
about the roots on page 86 of your book tonight. So if you will
86.
grab your highlighter and your pen or pencil, turn to page 86. Our word is barometer. Barometer is made up of two roots. Bar means pressure, and meter, of course, means measure. So a barometer is an instrument for measuring atmospheric pressure and for assisting in predicting probable weather changes. And you can see that barometer right there in the corner. Make sure you highlight the root bar as well. Geometry is made up of two roots, geo meaning earth, and meter meaning, of course, measure. Originally, geometry literally meant earth measuring, of course, and it was the system of measuring distances on earth through the use of angles, so that using angles to figure out how far apart things were, that kind of thing. Now, though, geometry really just refers to the branch of mathematics that deals with points, lines, planes, and solids. A kilometer, kilo means 1,000 and meter means measure, so kilometer is just 1,000 meters, or about 0.62 miles. If you've ever traveled abroad and seen speed limit signs and thought, wow, that's really fast, like this one, 50 kilometers an hour for an area where children play, it's because, of course, a kilometer isn't as far as a mile, and so 50 kilometers an hour isn't as fast as 50 miles an hour. Metric system. The metric system is a decimal system based on the meter as a unit length and the kilogram as a unit mass. We here in the United States do not use the metric system, which other people tend to find highly entertaining because almost the entire rest of the world does. And I have
sad, man. Knowing people use the metric system with doctors, right? And I feel sorry for the doctors because they have to give us our diagnosis in fruit. You go to the doctor and they say, you have a tumor. Oh, okay, how big is that? Centimeters. And then you gotta look at the doctor and look at his face to try to figure out how bad it is. You're like, if the doctor gets sick of looking at your stupid face, you go, you have a grapefruit. Oh.
Thank you, Wanda Sykes, for telling us about the metric system. The next word is metronome. So again, measure, and then no means law. The reason a metronome and that root for law, nome, is in there is because it has to do with the law of music. So metronome is a clock-like instrument for measuring the exact time, or the law of music. You've probably seen them before if you're in a choir or band or orchestra, anything like that, and you're probably familiar with this sound.
Wonderful. She gave us some lovely examples of meter. So we have any instrument that measures atmospheric pressure, we learned was a barometer. That was the first word she gave us. A barometer is any instrument that measures atmospheric pressure. You have the profession of examining the eyes for visual defects and prescribing corrective lenses, aka glasses or contacts. You would go to an optometrist, and they study optometry. So opt meaning eyes, and meter meaning measure, where they are measuring what prescription you would need. Similarly or exactly correspondence between different things is called symmetry. So a butterfly has perfect symmetry on both of its wings. A straight line passing from one side through its center is its perimeter. No. Oh, this is how you know I don't teach math. Because its diameter. Which leaves the one you need to fix, the boundary of a closed geometric. Also, peep that word geometric figure. So the outline or the boundary line of a closed geometric figure is called its perimeter. Last but not least, we have mit and miss.
Greetings. Welcome to Latin and Greek root words. Today's root is miss or mit, meaning send. Miss, meaning sin, plus shun, meaning state or quality, make a mission, being sent to do a task. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find a man and give him some important information. Miss, meaning sin, plus iv, meaning tendency or quality, make a missive, something sent, like a letter. This missive needs to be given to him before he leaves tomorrow. E, meaning out of, from, or not, plus mit, meaning send, make emit, to send out, energy. Please be aware that this device will emit a signal to self-destruct. Miss, meaning send, plus shun, meaning state or quality, plus eri, meaning a person doing, make a missionary, a person sent on a religious mission. You were told that he might be a missionary at the mission. Dis, meaning out of or from, plus miss, meaning send, make dismiss, to send away. You dismiss that idea. Your contact needs a plane to fly. Com, meaning with or together, plus mit, meaning send, make commit, to send into, such as a cause. Since he was not someone who was likely to commit a crime, you had to look elsewhere. Re, meaning again or back, plus mit, meaning send, make remit, to send back. You finally remember that he was known to remit payments to another country. Ad, meaning toward or near, plus mit, meaning send, make admit, to send into, a place or an agreement. You finally discover him. He was admitted into a hospital because of a car accident. Fun fact, when something is intermittent, it happens off and on, such as a signal that is sent. Would you consider working as a spy intermittently?
Beautiful. So to leave out or exclude, you are omitting. I omitted the part of the story where I talked about failing math class to my mom. To accept or yield to a superior force or the authority or will of another is to submit. Sub means to go under. Think of a submarine. It goes underwater. So you are saying that you are yielding or going under the belief of a superior source. To pass on from one place to another is to transmit. Order or allow to leave or send away is dismiss. I dismiss you from class, not the bell, is something my teachers love to say. And an important assignment carried out typically involving travel is a mission. Hopefully you got all of those down, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.